This is the Artist Book Foundation. This is the Artist Book Foundation. Hello. Hello, Lola. Nice to see you. Hey, my cousin is there from San Francisco. How are you? Oh, beautiful to see you. It's time to start now. I heard I have to start at 8 o'clock sharp. This is 8 o'clock sharp, and I will start now. So this is the Artist Book Foundation, and the Artist Book Foundation is presenting this awesome, very, very awesome readings, live performance readings, and anything around that and anything inside of this. So, thank you very much, cousin, Lola, Eilts, and whoever is here around at the moment. Thank you for joining this very special moment. Yes, so my name is Bernd, you know me, and maybe you don't know me, but maybe you saw some information already. So I will read a little bit of something I found and I discovered the last weeks of this corona situation, this pandemic, and with this pandemic we also got this beautiful lockdown. Of course, they say it's a social distancing situation, but for many, also like me, it was an isolation situation. So many of you maybe were hungry to discover news on any channel, but not me, not so much, of course, also, especially at the beginning. But I was also very much attracted to all kind of YouTube cooking instructions. So it started actually when I was starting to get a very heavy cold at the beginning of March, actually, with a lot of cough and so on and so on. And my friend Krishna from South India, she advised me to make a pepper soup. And because she's from South India, she advised me to do a very special pepper soup, which is, I wrote it down somewhere, a rasam, a pepper rasam. So, inside of this performance tonight, I will describe you some of my very special recipes that I made the last weeks, that I was working on and working with, and that also made me feel very, very well and very happy because I made it in easy steps, absolutely crazy good. So even now I'm having a red lentils dal. I made it 2 nights ago, and it's very easy to do. So I will invite you to maybe try what I also try, and maybe to taste also what I also taste. Again, I want to thank very much the Artist Book Foundation to make this very special event possible. Also, Eleni Tsompanidou, she made a very, very special flyer here. And yes, maybe you saw it already, this beautiful flyer, maybe not. If you didn't, please visit the website of Artist Book Foundation. They have their own website, they are on Instagram, exactly on this place, and they are also on Facebook. So when you like it, please like it really much, and when you really, really like it a lot, you can even donate. But it's also possible just from their website. So I will start now with my first introduction. This is with what I started with. It's the black pepper rasam. It's the black pepper soup. It is very tasty and it's very easy to make. So what we need, in general, we need 2 cups of water. And then I say cups, well, glasses, big glasses, a mug, something like that. But you can, of course, arrange it like you want. Maybe you want to have 2 big pans of water. It's also possible. But then we also need tomatoes. We need 2 tomatoes and they have to be roughly chopped. What does it mean, chopped? Chopped is something like you cut it very, very roughly. So you can cut it with your fingers if you want, or with your fork, or with a knife. With a very old rusty knife if you want. A knife you don't like at all, just keep it out. Put it there and just chop these tomatoes. Then we need half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. But if you have turmeric root, please roughly chop the turmeric root as well. Then we need 2 teaspoons of black pepper. Beautiful black pepper. You can also use black pepper, really, really, really big pepper, black. But I advise you to just use 2 teaspoons of black pepper powder. Then we need cumin seeds if you have. If you don't have, use the cumin powder. It's also very effective. 1 teaspoon of that. If you have a curry leaf, just use 1 curry leaf. But if you don't have the leaf, you can also use the curry powder, of course. And we need 1 tablespoon of oil. So, how do we do that? Okay, I also forgot something else. We need asafoetida powder. It's also known as hing. 1/4 teaspoon. We need mustard seeds, 1 teaspoon. And we need shallots. These very, very beautifully beautiful onions. But they are much more than just onions because they are shallots. And we need garlic. 2 of these beautiful garlic. We need to crush them. The shallots, we have 5 shallots, maybe 7. We need to finely slice them. And we need coriander leaf. 2 tablespoons. But if you don't have the leaf, then please use the powder. It is not a problem at all. So again, how do we do that? Now I mentioned all what we need for this beautiful pepper soup. So we need 2, maybe 3. In the beginning, I started with 3 because I thought 2 is not so much. So I used 3 cups of water. But in the end, it was just too much. So 2 cups of water is absolutely good. And it's really enough. So let me say hi here. Let me say hi here. Let me say hi here. And let me continue. So with the water, we put inside the turmeric, the sliced tomatoes, and we boil them. And when they boil, we simmer them for 10 minutes. Simmer. What is simmer? What does it mean to simmer something? In the beginning, I was just confused. Simmer, 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 simmer. Simmer. My God, what is that? But it's softly boiling. And it's so beautiful to see. So we boil and simmer that for 10 minutes. And then we add pepper. And that's also very beautiful. And we cook this all together for 2-3 minutes. No, we don't cook it, we simmer it. And we need a pan. And when we have this pan, we just add oil. And with this oil, we add the mustard seeds, these tiny mustard seeds. And we also need to add the cumin seeds, if we have seeds. Otherwise, we add the powder, of course. And we add the hing, the asafoetida. So, it sounds even Brazilian, but it's also hing. So, it also sounds Chinese. So with that, we start to hot the oil, and we wait until the oil is starting to make a little bit of a cloud. And when it starts to be cloudy, we turn the fire down, and then we will see that the seeds will start to sizzle. It's very beautiful. So the seeds will open slowly in the hot oil. And then, what will happen then? They will not just open, they will even free their beautiful taste, their beautiful flavor. And it's awesome. Just put your nose up on that pot, on the pan, and just smell in. Just breathe in and just enjoy. It's beautiful. So before you are getting crazy of all this beauty, what's coming up there in your nose, you add the beautiful shallots and the garlic and the curry. And then you let them simmer in this oil together with these other flavors until the shallots will become lightly brown. But we have to be very, very careful. We don't want them to burn. So let them become slightly brown, like a brown golden color. That's what we want. So all together, we put this all together with the big cup of water, turmeric, tomatoes, boil, simmer, whatsoever situation. We put this all together, and then we leave it undisturbed for a few more minutes. Undisturbed simmering. Can you understand that? That means you will just sit or stand a little bit aside, and you just don't disturb them. Don't disturb them. Just breathe in and breathe out, and don't disturb them, because they will also not disturb you. Okay, one more minute, and then we are ready to serve it. But we serve it with half a lemon. Half a lemon. We crush the lemon inside our soup, the pepper soup. And that's what we do. And then I say, bon appétit. And if you're lucky, your cold will disappear in 15 minutes. But what's the best of it? It tastes very, very well. So, I have another recipe. It's what I did after that. After the pepper soup, then I started to experiment with something where I added potatoes. I saw, my God, potatoes. I always run away from potatoes. So I thought, okay, next time I go in the late night to the supermarket and buy potatoes before they close at 10 o'clock. Here they close at 10 o'clock in the evening, the supermarkets. It's the perfect time during a lockdown to visit a supermarket and just go and enjoy and buy potatoes. So, what we have a sac à l'eau, it's called. So it's a beautiful meal with potatoes, with mustard seeds, with cumin seeds, with a pinch of hink, with 2 garlic cloves, and with something that I really love. And I really love it so much that I cannot exist without ginger. Ginger, that was the moment I had to add ginger. And it's so awesome to add ginger in this. So the instruction were to thinly slice ginger. This is what I did. And I added 2 tomatoes. I chopped them again roughly. And I also add 600 gram spinach. So what can you do? You buy it on the market or you buy it in the supermarket. It doesn't matter so much. But maybe the spinach you buy on the market is a little bit more tasty. But it's up to you, of course. So then we have 4 potatoes we need. And we cut them in 3 centimeters cubes. We also need salt and garam masala, which is kind of the Indian curry. So now I describe you how it works. So again, first we add the oil. I have to say my first recipe was to work with mustard oil. But mustard oil can really damage your stomach. I heard that in the last moment. So I choose to add ghee, very natural ghee. It's beautiful also to use that. So it's then heat up the ghee until it starts to smoke and then cool it down. And then you add the mustard seeds, 1.5 teaspoons. Also the cumin seeds and the hing and the onion and the garlic and the ginger. And this on a little fire. Please make sure you don't burn it, because that would be a waste. So after that, you add the tomatoes and the chili powder. And with that all together, you let it simmer for around about 3 minutes. And then you add a little bit of water. Make the water warm so that it will not be difficult for the water to heat up suddenly. If it's warm already, it's beautiful. So it just can get into it. And then we add the potatoes. And we mix all together. We cover it and we simmer it for 7 minutes. And again, we add a little bit of water. So we simmer it undisturbed for 7 minutes. You know what that means. Undisturbed. In that time you can arrange the spinach. So you cut the spinach in small leaves and you mix it later with all the rest. And then you add it there and you don't cover it. And you leave it like that some more minutes. And just before you think it's ready, you add 1 teaspoon of garam masala. This is the Indian curry. And what you also can add, if you want, except the water, you can also add coconut milk. It's up to you. What you also should add is a little bit of salt and a little bit of sugar. And I will explain you why this is. Let me see. So in the Indian kitchen, we have different tasters, and we need to have the tasters all together in there. So it will be flavors like salt, sweet, sour, bitter, and pungent. So the salt is salt, the sweetness can be added through sugar, the sour through tomatoes, the bitter through lemon, and the pungent through mustard paste or turmeric. So when we start to create a meal like I just described, we have like a head note. So we start with mustard seeds or with cumin seeds. And of course they have to crackle. They have to crackle, to sizzle, they have to go open. And they make this sizzling, beautiful sound like hello Take, hello Bernd, hello Ihno, welcome to this kitchen story. So everything has to sizzle, and when it sizzles, it goes open, and it will add their own flavor to anything what you will add after that. Yes, and now I will tell you another story. Another story is this what I'm doing at the moment a lot. It's a red lentil soup. And you know, it's not just a soup. It can be a mix between a soup and a stew. A stew, you know, it's like a moussey soup. And I experimented a little bit with this. I watched beautiful videos. I want to mention the people. What I really like, the videos on YouTube from Nisha Katona. Very, very beautiful. She's explaining this very good. She's Indian. She lives in the UK. Then I have a very, very beautiful, really, really beautiful. It's Chetna Makam. Also unbelievable, beautiful. Very beautiful videos, very instructions. The very instructions instructed me a lot. And yes, so during this lockdown, I was watching them a lot, even yesterday, even this morning, because it's so beautiful to see that to make a very, very beautiful meal, to have a very tasty dish, it's so easy to organize, and it goes very, very fast. Okay, this is my last Indian meal I want to share with you. This is the red lentil soup or stew. Well, I give you an idea that it's really a pity if you just make a small amount of this unbelievable meal. So what I did in the beginning, I made a small one, I ate it, and I was so sad when I finished it and that I had to start again. So now I make this soup as a double amount. So, and it's very interesting to do. These are the red lentils you can buy in the supermarket. They are very, very, very cheap, and they are very, very tasty, and very, 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 very healthy. So all of this, what I describe you, all these meals are very healthy also. So I have these red lentils, and I used 2 cups of red lentils, and these I wash in water 4 times. What does this mean? So you put 2 cups of red lentils in a bigger pot and add water and wash them. So the water will be whitish. So this is what we don't want to have in the soup. So we wash them and we extract the water, and again we add fresh water. So we do this 4 times. After 4 times, normally the water should be clean. You will see it. And after the last time of the washing, you will leave the lentils and the last cup of water and let them there for 20 minutes. So they will need this time, and you will have less cooking time with that. So yes, what we have the 2 cups of red lentils, and with that we add the double amount of water for the soup. So if it's 2 cups of red lentils, we have 8 cups of water, which is somehow, I will say, almost 2 liters of water. Then we need normally 6 cloves of garlic, but that's then the double amount. It's 12 or maybe even more. In the beginning I was shocked to use so much garlic, but I tell you, just do it and enjoy what it will make with you. Then we have ginger. The ginger we have to cut and chop it very, very, very thin. In the beginning I was using these sticks, but you know, it's just not nice when you have this soup and you just eat these pieces of ginger. So it's nicer to have little pieces of ginger, because then the flavor enters your mouth and becomes one with all. Then we need 4 tomatoes, we need 4 teaspoons of cumin powder, we need 2 teaspoons of coriander powder, and we need 2 teaspoons, and I really say 2 teaspoons, big teaspoons of hot chili powder. Don't be afraid. Please don't be afraid. There is no need to be afraid to use that. I was afraid. In the beginning I was using 1.5, and later I thought, oh my God, I miss here something. So it's better to use 2 teaspoons. And please add also 1 teaspoon of salt. Even you never maybe add salt, but in this case the salt is very effective. So we put this all together. After 20 minutes we add the red lentils in this big pan of water, and we add everything what we cut already. We put this all together and we let them simmer. So we cook it, we boil it, and then after that we let it simmer like in total 45 minutes. But then now I was having a nice experience. After I did that maybe through 2 or 3 times, I got the idea I also want to add chickpeas. I love hummus. And I thought, okay, where does hummus come from? Hummus comes from the chickpeas. So it's very easy to buy them in the supermarket. They are canned. What is important is that we clean them very good. So leave them, put them out of the cans, wash them, and make them kind of dry. So after 30 minutes of cooking the red lentil soup, we add the chickpeas so that they will not cook all the time. And the last 10 minutes of this cooking, we add 2 teaspoons of Indian curry and 2 teaspoons of mustard powder. What is also a very good idea to add at least 2 teaspoons of miso. It's very interesting to have that taste. Speentoons of Spoetsten. I like the Poonspansons of Medstons. And I also like Speens, Tattles and Skronskens. And we need some Skinninsk and Olstens. So after 45 minutes maximum, we can serve this soup. But then we need something else. We need fresh coriander leaves, and we need fresh mint leaves, and we need half of a lemon, and the best thing comes also. Well, this is my very favorite, and I can tell you I'm so surprised that I had that. So I put this soup in my little soup pan to eat it, and I add a little bit of fresh coriander and a really little bit of fresh mint, and I put half of a lemon up there, and I thought, wow, so lemon also in that, how will this be together? But then I thought, okay, if I can add all these things together, I can also add something that I really would love to try. And I added Italian cheese, this hard Italian cheese. It's called pecorino. And I can tell you can also add other Italian cheese, but this pecorino cheese added there a little bit, my God, it's so delicious. It's the best soup you ever had. So all together, you have these beautiful tastes. It's sharp, it's sweet, it's sour. We have all the tastes we need to have in this beautiful, delicious pan. It's awesome. It does not look nice, but it's really, really mind-blowing. The taste is unbelievable. I really would like you to understand or to try to imagine how is a taste of ginger. How is that? Do you know that? Can you maybe describe it? Please describe it. Ginger. What does ginger do with your taste? Does it taste fascinating, or is it just nasty, or is it a big surprise, or are you becoming afraid maybe, or what does it do? And tomatoes. Normally tomatoes, they smell interesting. Yeah, okay. But how do they taste? How do tomatoes taste? So, hi Ruby. How ginger, sweet, sharp shot. Take care. Thank you. So this is a nice taste. How ginger is, maybe, for you, Taker. A ginger, sweet, sharp shot. Hot. It's beautiful. So, yes, I'm very sorry. I'm still showing kind of symptoms. So this is why I'm still in isolation here. Yeah, my nose is running. I think it's coming from too much ginger, too much chili the last nights. But maybe it's something else. So you are here visiting me in my home studio. Be careful with me. Don't get infected, because it can be very, very dangerous. We don't want that. So what we really want is we need to enjoy our time and our life, right? So even you're alone, even you have that, you can create something awesome. And what is better than creating an awesome meal? So just let me tell you a little story. My nose. I'm very sorry for my nose. Just a moment, a break. A little break. Just. I'm back. I want to tell you a little story. Many, many years ago, I had a beautiful girlfriend. After a while, she became my ex-girlfriend. And of course, it was troubleshooting, but also not troubleshooting. But she gave me a present in the middle of our beautiful friendship, relationship. And it was a book. It's this book. Of course, German, because I am original from Germany, like you know, maybe. So I will read for you a beautiful recipe from this book, in German, of course, and I will dedicate it to her. She does not have a name anymore, but I dedicate it to her. So this is something what children likes a lot, and because we still are all children, I think we all will like it. So it's called Tofutsi ice cream. So it's an ice cream made of tofu. I can not imagine how this will taste, but maybe it tastes like tofu ice cream. Well, what do we need? We need tofu, 1 banana, honey, we need juice of half a lemon, we need 1 teaspoon orange peel, and then we need a little bit of milk, cream, and vanilla pulver. So, now it comes. Please, I hope you sit, because you need to sit. Hi, Art is online. Nice to meet you here. Den Tofu etwas zerkleinern, die Banane schälen und in Stücke brechen. Actually, I never heard that to cut a banana in pieces. But yeah, it's the German language. Again, die Banane schälen und in Stücke brechen. Den Tofu, die Bananenstücke, den Honig, den Zitronensaft, die Orangenschale und die Milch zusammen in den Mixer füllen und fein mixen. Die Masse knapp 10 Minuten stehen lassen. That means leave it undisturbed. Inzwischen die Sahne mit der Vanille sehr steif schlagen, die Schlagsahne gründlich unter die Tofu-Creme ziehen. Whatever that means. Die Masse in eine flache Schüssel füllen und in das Gefriergerät oder das Gefrierfach des Kühlschranks stellen. Well, they didn't mention that I need to have a fridge for this. Die Eiscreme nach jeweils einer Stunde umrühren. They didn't mention that I need a lot of time. So dass das bereits Gefrorene vom Schüsselrand ins Innere gelangt und die Eiskristalle etwas zerkleinert werden. Nach etwa 3 Stunden ist das Eis fertig. Gefrierfach, Fachgefrier. Egg-Tofu-Plant. Sehr steif schlagen. Ganz genau. And I see a variation here for Schokoladeneis, 4 Teelöffel Kakao und einen Esslöffel Honig zusätzlich mit der Tofu-Creme mixen. So, this was dedicated to my ex-girlfriend. I also want to dedicate the next, my last one, to you, to all of you. We have 11 people now watching. That's really unbelievable much. I just imagine you are all here, 11 people. I would like to offer you a beautiful cup of tea or a decaf or a glass of rum, especially for one guy here in this group. You know who you are, right? Okay. So this is a very easy making soup. You know I love soups. I don't know why. It's just that I love them. In the winter, in the summer, in the whenever, I just love them. So this is a Bohnentopf. And it's very eiweißreich und ganz einfach zu machen. So, I will read this here for you, and I hope you will make it later, and you will invite me, even in this Corona shutdown, or after that. I can also visit you and eat the soup in 1.5 meter distance, if you like. But please invite me, don't forget me anymore, because I'm very important. I like to live here, but I like to live this all with you. So, this is the instruction. Am Vorabend, so this is the evening before, das Wasser oder die Brühe, die Azuki-Bohnen, das Sojamark und die gekörnte Brühe in einen großen Topf geben und einmal aufkochen. Well, that's very interesting. Vom Herd nehmen und zugedeckt etwa 12 Stunden über Nacht zum Quellen stehen lassen. So this is not simmering, this is just leave me alone for 12 hours. And then during the night. Why this has to be during the night, I don't know. But then it's written here, am nächsten Tag die Brühe mit den Bohnen wieder zum Kochen aufsetzen, währenddessen die Kartoffeln gut bürsten und mit der Schale in Würfel schneiden. I will try this for something else. Die Kartoffelwürfel mit in den Topf geben und alles zusammen etwa 10 Minuten kochen. Die Zwiebel schälen, grob zerkleinern und in der Butter goldbraun braten. We had that already earlier. Inzwischen die Äpfel vierteln, schälen, vom Kerngehäuse befreien und würfeln. Die Apfelwürfel in die kochende Suppe geben und noch etwa 5 Minuten kochen. Actually, I'm missing the ginger here. Prüfen, ob die Bohnen und die Kartoffeln gar sind. Mit den Gewürzen und dem Salz abschmecken. Den Eintopf vom Herd nehmen und fein gehackte Petersilie untermischen. Die gebratene Zwiebel hinzufügen. Well, I say, instead of the petersilie, try it with a little bit of coriander. And instead of this or that, just add ginger. So, this was for all of you. I hope you like that. Thank you again for Artist Bookshop. This beautiful bookshop, I performed there already twice with the beautiful Cristonelli, with Angelos, Messios, and now in this beautiful performance with all of you all together. Very nice, beautiful. Let me see. I have my paper here, not that I forget to mention someone. Oh my God. Yes, I found it. So again, the beautiful poster for this reading was made by Eleni Tsompanidou, and she made it very, very special. Like flower. It is a flower. I also have to thank Lola very, very much. She helped me so much, even today, before I got crazy with all this uploading and recording and anything. So she just saved my life and also your life and our life. The Art is Book Foundation presents this special program every week. Can you imagine, every week? So this shutdown really offers us something very special every week. So if you like, go and visit their website. They are on Instagram here, live, now, but also on Facebook, of course. And when you like it, you can even donate. Well, it's a donation for the Art is Book Foundation to make new projects possible, of course. So I thank you very much again for listening. I hope you liked it. And even if not, maybe you would like to organize a meal. Just send me your questions. It will be a pleasure for me to help you and to send you the recipes. If you want to try something, you're welcome to do so. It's beautiful that we can share it like that, really live. You in your kitchen, I in my kitchen, you on your couch in your living room, I on my couch in my living room. And then we can taste together and we can share maybe this adventure. That would be awesome, right? Really, really awesome. Thank you again, Lola. Thank you again, Eleni. Thank you again, the Artist Bookshop. Thank you, everyone. And I wish you have a very good night. Stay safe, stay happy, and please enjoy your beautiful life. Bye-bye. Good night, cousin. Good night, Teke. Wout. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.